This is Dr. Karmen Smith, spiritual teacher, mental health therapist, and author of the book, The I Am Solution. I wanted to come to you because of the pandemic that's going on in the United States, but all over the world. And I wanted to give a spiritual perspective and also, most of all, a perspective. I gave a talk not too long ago where the church gave me a topic to speak about. And the topic is how do you see world events? How are we supposed to perceive world events instead of with panic and fear, but from a spiritual lens? And so I began talking about how we have to view everything with a spiritual lens. So the pathway to enlightenment is filled with just regular everyday situations. And oftentimes it's filled with events that can cause suffering. And so when we go through suffering, just like the Buddha said, it is our perspective and how we think about it that causes the suffering. So if you've been using affirmations, if you've been studying Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes, if you've been going deeper into the teachings of Jesus, if you have been cultivating a spiritual practice where you acknowledge that the great I am is within you, and that everything that you say that you are has to have power and divinity behind it, then you are on the spiritual path where everything you see in your life, you see the spiritual meaning behind it. So whether you're going through a chaotic time at work, other people will say, oh, well, it's the work, it's the boss, it's all of this. But when you're on your spiritual path, you say, wait a minute, how is this further defining and shaping the I am that I know that I am? I mean, how am I diminishing who I am? And how is this incident creating an opportunity for me to expand and come up higher into the power and the divinity of the Creator? And so all of these experiences in our life are honing us into our spiritual identity and truth. So when these chaotic or pandemic or political or other things happen in our life, we've been cultivating our perception for years. And so we see this again as an opportunity of seeing this through the lens of the divine, seeing this through the lens of the great I am. So I am seeing this as God. And so this gives me an opportunity to have compassion, to have love, to not separate myself, because we're all one. And if anything, this shows us of our connectivity, which is the truth, that we are all connected, that there is no bad person over there or no horrible person over there. We need to take care of each other because we're one. And if something of injustice happens to one person, then that affects me. If someone else is ill, if someone else is in poverty, if someone else is suffering, then through my lens of spirituality and divinity, it is my opportunity to give, to love, to be grateful for life. All of these things, through the lens of who we are, creates the greatest perspective. Love you.